Hello drone racers, I'm Mark, and today on Drone Racer 101 I'm going to finally review the Tiny6X RTF. This is the RTF version that comes with the radio. You may have seen on the channel I actually already reviewed the radio, and that one I purchased separately just because I wanted to load the Frsky protocol on it. If you haven't seen that, go watch it because this radio is awesome. I'm going to leave that one with Frsky because this one I'm going to keep on Futaba. Now this one also comes packaged with random bubble wrap. Now this one, it makes a little more sense because they had it packed in here, I think, to hold this in place. If you saw my other video, there were just two random pieces. They weren't tied up like this. So this makes more sense. This is the exact same radio, it just has a stupid sticker on here. Come on, don't make me take that off. Ugh, that's a total fail. I'm going to have to get the goo gone. But later. If you didn't see my other review of the radio, it's really cool. It's 8 channels. It's really 6 channels. You have the 4 here. You have 2 here. 2 channels, basically 2 modes over here and 3 over here. And it has a built-in charging port. And it has a built-in battery. There we go. Come on. There we go. It has a built-in battery, so it charges via USB port. You can reverse all the switches here. And then channels 7 or 8 are right here. In a pinch, you might use those for something. I'm thinking buzzer and flip over after a crash might still be usable on here, even though you have to open it up to get to them. If I lost a model or I want to flip it over, that might not be a big deal. It charges via USB like I mentioned, and I'm going to do that now. So this is the Tiny6X, and we have an antenna sticking up here and another down below. So this is the receiver that's built in. Being RTF, it's all set and ready to go, and this is a Futaba receiver that runs HFSS, something like that. And it has 7mm motors. Last year I reviewed both the Tiny6 and the Tiny7. The Tiny6 is basically the same size, although look at how the frame moved before, and now that's a lot stronger. They've added reinforcements, basically like they had on the Tiny7. Not quite as much, but I really like that. I think that's gonna make it a whole lot stronger, hold in place a lot better. It looks really nice. And then the motors, can you see how much bigger they are? These are 6mm, these are 7mm, and those are noticeably bigger. These were 7mm before also, and I think though the Tiny7 still had bigger motors. They were longer, but that was the big deal here. It had 7mm motors, but because it was bigger, it was heavier. I like this model a lot, the Tiny7. I think there might still be a place for it. It's not quite as fast, but it's much more durable, and it's easier to fly around. I like flying this around in the house a lot. If you were racing though, this was better. Now if you were tiny whoop racing in the multi-GP, you might still need the Tiny6 because this doesn't qualify. The rules as of last year, last time I looked, the motors had to be 6mm motors, so technically this would not qualify for that. But for me, I don't care. I'm going to try it and fly it. This does have a USB port, so we'll be able to connect it to Betaflight. We'll check the manual to see how to set it up with the radio. And more stupid stickers to get rid of. LDARC, well, Kingkong. It still says Kingkong. It's LDARC now. I appreciate that you approved this for QC, but I don't like your stickers. Although those came off a lot easier. At least those didn't stick and look ugly. Also in the box you get a battery checker. This thing is really nice. I actually reviewed it all by itself just because it was pretty sweet. Here I've got a battery set up and ready to go, and you can see I am charged to high voltage and the blue light, so you can tell at just a glance how charged you are. I kind of like this thing. If you want to see more about that, go check out the review. It's not long, but it's cool. There's details on the receiver that it comes with. What the failsafe setting is, which honestly either one of them I think is fine for what we do. It's going to just turn it off and drop it out of the air either way. Bind procedure, turn on the transmitter, power on the receiver while pressing the receiver's key. Bind procedure is completed. Can you see it right there? See on the right there, there's a button. You can't get to it. So we'll have to move this just a little bit to get to it, but that's not too bad. That's the receiver's key. It does come with a USB charger. There's also a basic and advanced kit version of these. The basic kit pretty much comes with this, except without the transmitter. And then there's an advanced kit that comes with more. Depending on which kit you buy, it'll come with several batteries and possibly a multi-charger. I know the Tiny8X that I ordered comes with a big multi-charger that we'll be reviewing and doing a comparison of. Oh yeah, speaking of which, there you go. There's all your combinations. Tiny6, Tiny7, Tiny8. Yeah, all the advanced kits come with 3 batteries and lots of props. Oh, but the Tiny7X and Tiny6X come with this really cool charger built into the case, which is good, I think. The Tiny 8 comes with this tiny charger that we'll be taking a look at when that one comes. So there's motors and details and directions and the transmitter instructions and the VTX controls. And as usual, LDARC does a good job on their manual. But you don't need that because you've got me. So the one downside of this radio is that whatever protocol is loaded on it is just what it has. You have to actually do a firmware upgrade in order to change it. So in this case, I'm just gonna leave this with the Futaba protocol, and then I just so happen to have an extra receiver that came with the other radio that I bought, and I'll be putting this in something to do another test with this radio because I like it a lot. I mean, it's not sexy like Amber, but it does play the Imperial March. It did come with a battery in that kit too. I've put it somewhere, I don't know where. I'm sure it's fine. They always ship good batteries with these. So in order to bind this, we're gonna follow the instructions and just try this off the bat. Turn on the radio. You know, before I go too far, this is an RTF kit and maybe they're already bound together. Let's just put this in and see what happens. Oh, look at that. The light turned on. So let me guess here. If I do that, oh, okay, how easy is that? So the trick to setting this up is plug in the battery, push this button, and you can fly. Done, video over, good job. Yeah, right. But it is nice to see that they really did have it ready to fly. In hindsight, I saw the number in there and then saw the number that I took off the radio and told me, hey, they matched it up. Good deal. So I still want to look at it in beta flight though. All right, so we're in and just take a look at what we've got. UART 2 is serial RX. Brushed motors with motor stop. 4K, and it's just S-Bus, same as always. Telemetry is on. Honestly, most of this isn't gonna do much, but those are very custom PIDs, so they've got that set up and ready to go. Receiver is ATR, ready to go. Modes is where I'm most interested. So here's where I'm gonna make a change. Turn the radio on. So what we've got now is this controls up and down. You see it, it's red or it's green over here. There's two, and that moves. Here, I'll turn it to the receiver so you can see. There we go, you can see it easier on the receiver. So it's either 1200 or 1800, depending on what you do. 1200, 1800. The other side is 1200, 1500, 1800. So you can adjust that, and there's 3 ways for that one. So what I want to do here is set aux1 to arm, and that's arm, and then angle, I want to do my normal configuration changes here. I want to be able to control that with the right stick. That's what I did with the other one. So now, if I have 1200 for angle, and I have horizon right in the middle, and I set that to aux2, now, if I have angle and then I want to, I can go to horizon or acro mode. Now, I am a proponent of flying tiny whoops in angle mode. Obviously, so is LDARC/Kingkong. Get so tired of saying that. Why'd you change your name? But if I want to be able to do fun stuff, I can now by flying this in air mode. Makes it pretty easy. So I'll save that, and really that's the only change I'm gonna make. I guess now we're ready to fly. Oh yes, and to answer the question, no, there is no OSD on this. That's just not something they did. It's Kingkong. They don't believe in OSDs until very, very recently with the 3-inch drone, which is outstanding if you're getting started, and I think might be one of the best starter drones. But besides that, no OSD on this. But honestly, for a 1S, I don't really care. 1S, I will fly until it stops. Now, I'm flying mostly around my house in my basement. I can tell when it gets low enough and then I land it or it falls out of the sky. I don't care. It's not like I'm flying down the golf course. So it's not a big deal to me, but I know for some of you that is a big deal. And I've got another model coming up very soon that does have an OSD and is a tiny whoop. But it's only 6mm motors, which might be good and might be bad. But that's for another day. Okay, here we go. It feels like it's a pretty narrow field of view. So we're just gonna do some light flights here first. Just so you know, I am also testing some new goggles, so we'll judge this partially on the goggles and partially on the model. Now my pile of stuff to review keeps growing faster than I can go through it. And yes, just ship it to you. I know, I've heard it. And hey, guess what I do? There'll be a new giveaway starting here very, very soon. So I'm going to come back and make sure I'm on the right channel. I don't totally trust this. Okay, so I did confirm this is the right frequency. It just doesn't look great. Oh, it is fast though. So yeah, this breakup, I think, I mean, it's fair for the goggles because these are high-end goggles. These are not cheap goggles that I'm using. Normally I test like $30 goggles. These are not $30 goggles. These are $300 goggles. And it doesn't look good. Whoa. But let's see. Oh, that's not even full speed. Whoa, that was... Let's see here. How much of that is me? How much of it is the model? I think, there we go. Once you get used to this, there we go. It's going to be able to handle the high speed without any problem. And hey, why is that door closed? Could it be because there's a secret project going in there and I don't want you to see it? Nah. Yes, that's it. Could it be because there's too many toys in the way? Yeah, like that's ever stopped me. That room's a disaster. I don't know why my kids can't clean up their stuff. Whoa, a lot of prop wash. As I fly through all my stuff. They learned it by watching me. All right, here we go, here we go. Oh, I thought I had it lined up. One of these days I'm gonna fly it for real. I mean, oh, come on, there we go. I mean, like I did that one flight for the DVR camera that I put on the ET115. Totally legit. Nope, not this time. Hey. No turtle mode, no turtle mode. I wish I had turtle mode. Okay, I switched up goggles just to see how much of a difference it makes. Oh my gosh, those other goggles are terrible. Wow, okay. I guess that review is not going to take very long because this is another set of goggles I was testing for comparison. So here's a preview. This is, here I'm not talking about the drone, I'm talking about my goggles, but man, those goggles, I've only flown a couple flights on them and I am not impressed at all. And these, I love them so much. No, they're not, neither one of them are my Aomways. These might replace my Aomways. But that's for another day. This one, now that I can see, I feel a lot more confident with it. Now, the VTX in this is not outstanding because there is a lot of noise. And the control here is okay. It's pretty good for a, not free, it's not a free radio, but it's a better RTF radio than most. It's still, I can say, I think this model, I'm probably not giving this model a totally fair shot, though it's got pretty good control when I need it. Just because I'm using this radio, it's probably going to be a whole lot better with my Frsky or something else. Alright, so let's do a full speed run on it. Remember, these are LIHV batteries that I have charged that way. Hey, calm down. What's your problem? Get out of the... Oh, come on. Ah, that's reverse turtle mode. The closest competitor to this is the Beta FPV one that I flew. How do these compare? Do not land upside down. You little... What are you doing? Did I lose a prop? Alright, the last thing I'm going to try before I call it a win, a loss, I don't know what my final call is. Holds in place really well. Wow. That is rock steady. Okay, wait, no. Here, challenge. Here we go. Since I know how smooth this thing is, I mean, just look at it. It's just asking to be entered. Oh, wait, no, come on. There we go. No, oh, come on. The problem is once I get close to it, woo, yeah, there we go. I have always wanted to do that. So now I'm going to try the different modes. Actually, I'll go back over here where I've got a little more room. So there I'm in horizon mode. We'll see how that does. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't have air mode. So without air mode, it gets a little more difficult. I can't just kill the throttle. So, not fast enough. Why are you flying weird? There we go, that's better. So let's try angle mode, which I'm not used to on Tiny Whoops. Oh, that's pretty nice though. Oh, come on. There we go. Whoa, slow down. Hey, I did that on purpose. Okay, I'm done. That's it. So in conclusion, Tiny Whoops are stupid. Buy an ET100 instead. It's so great. Where is it? Have you seen it? Look, buy this. See, it's bigger. Yeah, I get it. It's bigger. It's actually a lot bigger, but still, it's still pretty small. I don't think I could fly this through that space. But you know what it does? Turtle mode. You know how much more fun that makes flying inside when I don't have to go walk and get it? How many times did I go? Like 15,000 times? Exaggerate much? As far as models go, the RTF kit, this is the best controller and RTF kit I've ever used. So if you really don't want to buy a separate radio right now, you just want to buy a full-on RTF and ready to go, this is the one. This radio is good and great because you can load other protocols on it. Just the fact that I can load Frsky and then I have a decent receiver option. I'm looking forward to trying this in something else. Something bigger, probably a 2-inch. I think that'll work well on a 2-inch. So I do have the Tiny7 and the Tiny8 both coming. One of them's gonna be Frsky, one's Flysky or DSM, one or the other. I might just load a Frsky receiver in this just to see how it works because I feel like that would be a better comparison with the others. It's definitely being let down some by the controller, and I would have much better control of it with my Frsky radio. So this is a good option, but if you can drop $100 for a Frsky, it's just gonna be better. We'll see how the Flysky does. But if you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below and let me know which of the 9 combinations you're most interested in. We have the 6X standard, 6X advanced, 6X RTF, 7X standard, 7X advanced, 7X RTF, 8X standard, 8X advanced, 8X RTF. I didn't get all 9 of them, but I did get 3 of them. So until next time, remember, just get this instead. Watch my videos on how to enable turtle mode, replace the camera. It's spectacular. Yeah, it's a lot more. Whatever. I love it.